In this video, I would like to share with you the way by which you should not get to Kyoto. The challenge started with an innocent, beautiful and relaxing ride from Fuji Kawaguchi to Fuji City. I was still with Matt back then, and I believe that most of you already have seen his videos on the same path and city. However, I've got some footages on my own, which I believe are quite worthwhile to share. Especially the failures and the final success of getting to Kyoto and how not to do it. When I saw this wonderful and beautiful lake, which had water that would look like as though it is green and blue. Depending on the angle you look at it, it was so clear and pretty that I had to separate from my travel buddy and spend quite some time at the shore alone. Well, here I am running around, drinking the fresh water, becoming completely stupefied by the sheer beauty of this part of nature. So much so that I began to make quite some funny movements. I know. Dancing has not been a strength of mine, but hey, what a great view it is. And look at the adventure champion who is just about to run into the sea, straight down the water with -2 degrees Celsius, mind you. And here he thought that the shore was still a little bit more comfortable. So what does he do? He lies down and chills out, of course. Just like a real Austrian would do, right? It's all about chilling out, like so. Or perhaps so. Oh, yes, baby. Along the way, I made some familiar acquaintances, reminding me of Western European Alps. A special olfactory experience. Meet some Japanese cows. It really smells! Well, what comes next is all too familiar to most of my fans who are also a part of the Jayoe Nation. Matt and I tried to get our bike and trike onto the Shinkansen, and it took us a bit too long. Check out his video for more details if you haven't seen it yet. The link is in the description of this video. Finally, at the end of the day, I ended up in a great hostel with an extremely chilled boss, as in extremely chilled. I show him to you later on. Meanwhile, there were some, how should I put it, fun experiences, such as, get this, you have to check this out. This door is made of paper. You can poke through it. Isn't that cool? Or a little bit more painful. Okay, I just noticed that she can do martial arts and it really hurts. Look, how do you get out of this? No! Oh, no! This is the owner of the hostel, Kazu. His name is Kazu. Say hi.
Hi.
He taught me how to hitchhike. So this is the name in kanji in Japanese for Kyoto. First time in my life hitchhiking in Japan. Oh well, he thought he taught me well. And I thought I was a good student. And what a slowly executed catastrophic failure. So now, I am hitchhiking in Japan. The first time ever. First time in my life. It's only about a few minutes in, so it's about 10 minutes now, and so far there are some people who smiled at me and some people just not reacting. So one guy just came up and he stopped, and when I asked him where he's going, he said he's not going to Kyoto. Now I wrote on this Kyoto and I have no idea why he stopped, but maybe he's just a nice person. I'm standing here already for 1 hour but at least I can enjoy the view of Mount Fuji. I really did not care about Mount Fuji at that point. It was just a positivity reactivity. So it's about 2 hours now. I think I am about to give up. Apparently it doesn't work in Japan. Maybe I just chose a distance that is too long. Next time I will choose a smaller distance. Well, at least I enjoy the view. Mount Fuji is really clear today. They would just pass and pass and pass. And never do they stop. Ever! I tried all the tricks, everything. There was only one guy who stopped, and he wasn't even going to Kyoto. Well, I guess hitchhiking doesn't work in Japan, at least not for long distance. I might as well enjoy myself here with a cup noodle. The owner of the hostel I just stayed will come and pick me up again to drop me off at the Shinkansen station. He's a really nice dude. Well, at least you guys are going to get to see the Shinkansen, which is the bullet train of Japan. It is quite an experience, an expensive experience that is. It was about $100 for just 2 hours of ride. It's as though all the Japanese people conspired to force tourists to spend money on the Shinkansen. You cannot take your bike on normal trains, you cannot hitchhike long distances. I may have to check their primary school syllabus seriously. I need to change it. This is the Shinkansen of Japan. So you have non-reserved seats, which are cheaper than reserved seats. So let's go through the anatomy of a Shinkansen. Well, it is really a bit like a demonstration of the toilets and sinks, really. Okay, let's go through all the features of the Shinkansen train. We've got the toilet, sink, another sink, another toilet here, rubbish, security cameras. Alright folks, this is the end of the story of how not to get to Kyoto. My next video of this series is going to be set in Kyoto, of course. You didn't really expect me not to get there, did you? Alright, see you there. And be sure to subscribe.